Welcome back to the channel, where the ice is unforgiving, the stakes are perpetually rising, and the dreams of a playoff push can shatter in a single agonizing moment. Tonight, we're not just reporting on an injury. We're delving into the cruel, unpredictable hand of fate that can strike down a team's most vital asset, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and test the very limits of their resilience. When the backbone of your defense, the last line of defiance, is suddenly sidelined not once but twice in quick succession, does it ignite a desperate scramble for survival, or does it forge an unbreakable resolve in a team already battling against the odds? Good evening, hockey faithful. Tonight, a collective groan echoed through the hockey world, particularly across the passionate fanbase of the Vancouver Canucks, as news broke that their starting goaltender Thatcher Demko will be sidelined for an estimated 2 to 3 weeks with a lower body injury. This isn't just an absence, it's a gut punch, a cruel twist of fate for a team already navigating the choppy waters of a challenging season. For a franchise desperately trying to find its footing and climb the standings, the loss of their star netminder, especially under these circumstances, feels like a cruel cosmic joke, a test of character that will push the Canucks to their absolute limits. The news, confirmed on Wednesday morning, landed like a heavy slap shot to the chest. Demko, the undisputed number one, the anchor of the Canucks defense, is out. The official diagnosis, a lower body injury. The timeline, 2 to 3 weeks. In the unforgiving grind of an NHL season, 2 to 3 weeks can feel like an eternity, a period long enough to either derail a season or perhaps to galvanize a team into an unexpected surge. But for Vancouver, this isn't just any injury. It's a recurring nightmare, a fresh wound on a player who has already battled his share of physical setbacks. The immediate concern stems from the events of Tuesday night's game against the Winnipeg Jets. Demko, who had only just returned to the lineup after an 8-day layoff for undisclosed reasons, looked uncharacteristically shaky. He surrendered 3 goals on a mere 8 shots before being pulled from the game, a stark contrast to the dominant performances fans have come to expect from the former Boston College standout. His previous game, a 5-4 overtime victory over the Nashville Predators on November 3rd, had offered a glimmer of hope, a sense that their star was back and ready to lead. But that hope was fleeting, extinguished by the sudden, disheartening exit against the Jets. The fact that he had missed the 3 games prior to that Winnipeg start, only to return and almost immediately succumb to another injury, adds a layer of profound frustration and concern. Is this a pattern? Is there an underlying issue that continues for record, a reflection of the team's struggles to find a consistent winning rhythm? His individual statistics, a 2.80 goals against average and a .903 save percentage, are respectable but certainly not at the elite level that Demko is capable of, nor what the Canucks desperately need from their starting goaltender. He had gone 2-2 in his last 4 decisions, a microcosm of the team's up-and-down start. These numbers, while not disastrous, highlight the importance of his presence and the challenge of maintaining stability in net. Throughout his career, Demko has proven his mettle. In 252 career appearances, he boasts a solid 1.31, 9.0, 2.0 record, with a career 2.80 GAA and a .910 save percentage. Drafted by Vancouver in the 2nd round, 36th overall, in the 2014 NHL draft, he has steadily climbed the ranks to become the undisputed number 1, a player capable of stealing games and carrying a team on his shoulders. But the shadow of injuries has often loomed large over his promising career. Last season, a debilitating knee ailment caused him to miss the majority of the campaign, limiting him to just 23 games. His record then was 10-8-3, with a .889 save percentage and a 2.90 goals against average. Numbers that clearly illustrate the impact of his physical struggles. The memory of that prolonged absence and the team's subsequent struggles without him is still fresh in the minds of Canucks fans, making this latest setback all the more unsettling. So, what does this latest injury mean for the Vancouver Canucks, a team already fighting tooth and nail in a competitive Pacific Division? The immediate implication is clear. Kevin Lankinen will now be thrust into the spotlight, shouldering the majority of the starts in Demko's absence. Lankinen, a capable backup, has shown flashes of brilliance throughout his career, but he is not Thatcher Demko. The pressure on him will be immense, as he will be tasked with providing the consistent, game-stealing goaltending that the Canucks need to stay afloat. To spell Lankinen in back-to-back situations, or, if he falters, the team will likely turn to Jiri Patera, a young netminder with limited NHL experience. This sudden reliance on a less experienced tandem adds a significant layer of uncertainty to a team that desperately needs stability. Canucks head coach Adam Foote, in an attempt to quell some of the anxiety, stated that this current lower body injury is unrelated to the undisclosed break Demko had over the weekend. While this might offer a sliver of reassurance that it's not a chronic, systemic issue, it also raises questions. Is it truly unrelated, or is the body of a professional athlete, pushed to its limits, simply breaking down in different areas? The optics of a player returning from an undisclosed absence only to be re-injured almost immediately are not ideal, and it will undoubtedly fuel speculation among the fanbase. The Canucks season thus far has been a microcosm of their goaltending situation, inconsistent. They are currently languishing in 7th place in the Pacific Division, a position that is far from where they envisioned themselves at this point in the campaign. However, the silver lining, if one can be found amidst the gloom, is that the division remains incredibly tight. They are only 2 points off 3rd place, meaning a strong run of games, even without Demko, could quickly propel them back into a playoff position. But that strong run now hinges on the performance of their backup goaltenders and the collective effort of the entire team to tighten up defensively. This is where the true test of the Canucks' character will emerge. Can the team rally around Lankinen and Patera, playing a more structured, disciplined game in front of them? Can their offensive stars, like Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes, elevate their play to compensate for the potential drop-off in goaltending? This injury forces every player to look inward, to find an extra gear, to commit even more fiercely to the defensive responsibilities that are often masked by elite goaltending. It's a moment where leaders must lead, and every player must embrace the next-man-up mentality with unwavering conviction. The road ahead for the Vancouver Canucks is undoubtedly challenging. They face a critical stretch of games without their most important player, a period that could very well define their season. Will this injury be the straw that breaks the camel's back, sending them spiraling further down the standings? Or will it be the catalyst for a defiant, unified effort, a moment where the team comes together, proving that their collective strength can overcome even the most significant individual loss? The history of hockey is replete with stories of teams who, when faced with adversity, found a way to not just survive, but to thrive. This is the opportunity now presented to the Vancouver Canucks. The pressure is on, the stakes are incredibly high, and the hockey world will be watching to see how this team responds. It's a narrative rich with drama, uncertainty, and the raw emotion that defines professional sports. The hope for Canucks fans is that Demko's absence will be a temporary setback, and that when he returns, he'll be back to his dominant game-stealing form, ready to lead them on a charge. But until then, the fate of the season rests squarely on the shoulders of those who remain, and their ability to rise to this unexpected, daunting challenge. What do you think, Hockey Nation? How significantly will Thatcher Demko's absence impact the Vancouver Canucks' playoff hopes? Can Kevin Lankinen and Jiri Patera truly hold the fort? Or is this injury simply too much for the team to overcome? We want to hear your passionate takes, your strategic insights, and your predictions for how this fascinating situation will unfold. Drop a comment below, let us know your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the high-stakes world of NHL goaltending, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive reports that get to the heart of the game. Until next time, keep your eyes on the puck and your spirit in the game.